Okay. Alright, should be live. Like 1 minute before this starts, no less. That'll be even better. Yeah, you know it might be helpful if I saw the YouTube chat. Okay, cool. We are live on YouTube. Not well, but at least we're alive. But yeah, so while we're waiting, Misa, I don't think you've actually been on this channel and talked about this. What's the Misa hype check for Soul Hackers?
What? I'm not too entirely hype. I'm like okay with it. It's just that, you know, after we're really hyped with SMT5 and then it turned into a dog shit. So I'm trying to keep my like hype like minimal. Like it looks fine. It's just that, you know, just keep it minimal.
Okay, now I get that. Did the last trailer help you at all?
For Soul Hackers?
Yeah. Oh, hey, speaking of, the countdown is making noise. Alright. Here, let me get this. Give me 1 second. Okay, well, sloppy stream about to start. I'm at 10 seconds. Where are you at?
Like 5, 4, 3,
Oh,
2,
well then pause.
1.
Pause! Alright, did you pause?
Okay.
Did you pause right
Okay,
as it went dark?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Then hold on. Alright, everybody, you might help if you all saw the stream. So hi everybody, Spencer's here, birthday girl Misa's here. We all have closed captions on. We're here for the Soul Hackers 2 Arrow trailer, so we're gonna shut up and watch this. My god, he's drinking a beer.
大切な約束があったんだ。俺はそれを
Oh,
破っ
so
て
he
しま
knows
ったこ
Blue
とだっ
Haired
た。
Boy.
That's a cool outfit though.
チャン
Nice
スをあげ
drip.
る。もう一度やり直すチャン
Name an
ス。
ugly character in this game, I dare you.
間違ってたのは俺だ。
I know the green hair boy, the green hair guy.
俺は
I love green hair guy.
まだ終われない。たとえこれが仕組まれた思いでも俺はもう迷わない。俺はお前との約束を果たすためにここまで来た。
そして何よりそれはサマナーにとって最も大切なことだ。
たとえそれが誰かにとっての悪になることであっても俺は戦う覚悟はできてる。
Bro, that trailer was so short! That was that even like 60 seconds? Oh my lord. I think it took me more time to make a thumbnail for this than it was the trailer. Alright, let me put this on loop. This might be a record quick stream, Misa. What did you think of the
Wait,
Arrow
what?
trailer?
I mean, Arrow looks kind of cool.
お前を支えているもの
They're pretty neutral. I mean, everything looks visually nice, so.
I did
that.
get pretty upset at one point in the trailer though.
What?
I found out you don't like green hair guy.
Okay, listen.
That rocked me to my core. I wasn't ready for that.
Well, okay. There's a reason why like I don't like him. It's not like I don't like hate him or something. It's just that I follow the artist Shiro Miwa a long time and I read his comics and stuff. So his character design must have that, at least that one character that has his hair cover his eye and like sharp teeth. So every manga and every character design he does has that character with those traits, you know. So I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sick of it. To see it again in Soul Hackers 2, I'm like, oh, all right.
See, maybe I'm not like as used to it because like I'm not as familiar with that artist's stuff, and I feel like I feel like SMT and Atlas stuff doesn't really have that guy as like a stereotypical character you see a lot, unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Yeah, like, but for Ringo or Arrow and Milady, I mean, they look fine except for this green hair guy. He looks pretty like generic to me. Like, oh, it's this character again with the shark teeth. Pretty used to it.
I gotta say though, I was pretty surprised that like this was so short, but yet we actually did learn enough about his backstory that I thought was interesting. I thought if anything, most of his story was just going to be I was a guy and then I died. I didn't really think that he would be intrinsically tied to the blue hair guy. But then the weird thing is, I do have one weird complaint that I wonder if anyone's going to bring up about this. Did the character models of the blue hair guy in Arrow look like they took the normal size head of both of them and just put them on a tiny person's body?
Is it? I think they look like they're they look like pretty long, if you get what I mean. Like, I mean,
to be fair, everybody in this game has long ass limbs. Like every time I see that picture of Ringo eating the burger, I'm like, her legs should be this long, but those are her arms.
Yeah, I mean that's the typical Shiro Miwa style. They have long limbs, long legs. I mean, it's a style. I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's just that like when I saw the character design, I'm like, oh, this is definitely Shiro Miwa because with the vibrant colors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wish we would have seen more gameplay, which was weird because of the little bit we did see of gameplay in this trailer. It looked really nice. Yeah. Although, I don't know, are you watching this on your phone or your computer?
On my computer.
So, I'm playing this at 60, and the cutscenes are all on 30, which I find kind of interesting, but then the gameplay looks incredibly smooth at 60.
I mean, I usually cutscenes is just in 30 FPS.
Well, that's actually not always normally the case. Like, if there was a weaker version of this, I would maybe get it. Although, to be fair, we don't know what this runs at on PS4 and Xbox One. So, like, maybe those can only run 30. But, like, I feel like with how stylized this game is, I feel like it should be able to run 60.
It should be. You know what? I completely forgot that this game is on PS4. I thought it's on Switch.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Like, honestly, like, yeah, the 30 FPS thing would kind of make sense if it was a Switch game, but they're like, well, no, this is no, this is a next gen game. Well, I guess current gen game.
I mean, it's on. I mean, we still don't know yet. Maybe when the game comes out, then it'll run on 60 FPS. Hopefully, it'll look pretty.
I mean, if cutscenes are only at 30, that's fine. It is just one of those interesting things because, at least as of looking at all the cutscenes they put, everything is in-engine. So it's not like they're doing pre-rendered stuff like Persona 5 has a lot of, like, pre-rendered videos. Like, that I would understand being, like, limited. Whereas, like, all of these, they just look like they're running in-engine or whatever. So it's a super tiny, tiny nitpicky thing. I do want to say, though, What are your thoughts on bullet time? Because as I've looped this trailer 9,000 times already, I look at that shot of the two bullets basically side hugging each other, and I was like, I find it weird cool. For as actiony as Atlas games have ever tried to be. I don't think they've ever really done like bullet time. They're not like they don't really try to be flashy like that.
I mean, it's a Soul Hackers thing. Like, Soul Hackers have to have, like, their own special, you know, like, oh, this is Soul Hackers, and, you know, their specialty is bullet time or something, you know?
If Arrow's whole thing is that he's the only one with bullet time, I'm very okay with that. I want that to be as overly dramatic as humanly possible. I'm very okay then.
Yeah, but for now, it's, like, too early to tell anything, so I can't wait for the next trailer.
Lisa, this game is 5 months out. What do you mean this is too early? We're gonna be touching and playing this game in 5 months.
It's still too early. It's still kind of, like, in development, in a sense, I hope, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I mean, look what happened to SMT5. We waited for, like, I don't know how many years, and it...
according to some people, not enough time. We could have waited longer.
Wait, I was it not enough? I think it's like what 4 years we waited.
It was
2017
actively in
or
development
anything?
at the time of its announcement in 2017, so it was announced in January, technically. So January 2017 up to November 2021. So like a little over 4.5 years.
Yeah, like you have a lot of time. Maybe I don't know. Maybe something happened in development. We don't know.
Well, also
But
we do
yeah,
got to
for Soul
remember
Hackers
both
too.
both of
Yeah,
these games are very very tiny teams. Like so, Soul Hackers 2 actually
true.
started development in 2019. So
Yes, yes.
basically, once from how I've had it been described to me is once the Tokyo Mirage Sessions team finished the Switch version, they started working on this. And then that kind
Really?
of yeah. So because if you remember, Tokyo Mirage Sessions came out in 2020.
Yeah, that was kind of wait. Okay, look, listen. I played Tokyo Mirage Session on Wii U. When was that? That was like super long ago.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions was 2016. Wait, no.
Exactly.
Hold on. No, I lied. It was 2016 for us, 2015 for Japan.
Yeah, because I remember playing it on Wii U, and then it got ported into Switch, right?
Yeah, but that was like literally like 5+ years after the fact.
Yeah, but still,
Misa,
my main point is I'm not.
I don't want to call you out for this, but I just thought this was very funny. How did you own a Wii U and you don't own a Switch?
Me and my housemate shared money to buy a Wii U because I wanted to play Fatal Frame 5. So by the time I move out, like he kept the Wii U, and
I love that you like
yeah.
saved up specifically for Fatal Frame 5. That's such a like that game is so controversial. Like, were you guys happy with it? Were you disappointed with it? Like, how are you feeling?
um like if you're, I mean, the game is like, I wouldn't say it's great. If you want to play good Fatal Frame game, it's like the first trilogy, but after that,
Did you
it's
try the
just
port that came out last year?
on Switch.
Well, I remember it got ported to everything, so I played it actually all the way through for the first time on PS5. It plays great on PS5.
I heard is, I mean, no, I didn't play the port version. I just played the Wii U and just be done with it.
Yeah, they didn't really change too much, but it was interesting. Like, I think the up in resolution and speed like definitely helped that one a lot. But that was one of those like Wii U games of like I just never expected it to ever get ported because why would it ever get ported? But I find that so interesting. Although, hold on. So since where you live and the Wii U is region locked, what region games is your system tied to? Is it just like all of your region in like Asia's games, or like how does that work?
By that time, I was playing like Japanese games. It's just region locks to Japan.
Gotcha.
So I had to buy everything on like Nintendo eShop. So yeah, I mean
All right.
Japan Nintendo eShop. Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Wii U. Do you miss the Wii? That's the real question, Misa.
No.
So you're telling me is I shouldn't have gotten you a Wii U for your birthday in 2022?
Please, no. It's so bulky. God.
Oh my god. So what's funny is I was actually supposed to have 2 videos go up today. By the way, thank you everybody for being here live and watching us watch this like 60-second long trailer for 13 plus minutes. I really appreciate it. I was going to have another video go up, but I thought, no, I didn't think it was going to be fair because I thought this would be a meatier trailer to talk about. And then hilarious, I'm like, I probably could have dropped my video. But the thing about it is, I originally was like, oh, I should wait because my video is not going to make anyone happy. My video is going to make people probably really mad or really bummed out.
What video is it?
I can't tell you yet because if I'm gonna sleep before I upload it. I'll tell you when the stream is done. But tomorrow morning I'll have a Soul Hackers 2 video going up, so all of you guys can be mad at Atlas for a reason. But it is Soul Hackers 2 related, and it was just really funny. Of like, it's like, no, I should wait. I was thinking there would be so much goodwill coming off of another trailer that it wouldn't then be that bad. It was like, no, probably isn't gonna pick up. Like, this isn't gonna like sell anyone extra on this game, but it has to be put out there nonetheless because people keep asking about X topic, and I found an answer for whatever it was. But yeah, everybody, thanks for being here. Ryan almost said Misa. Misa, you have to be here. Aaron's here. JNC's here. Chapter Black. JNC. I think I said your name again. Radioactive. Jijasu. XV. DHI. Jack Frost. Demicrow. Also Demicrow. Thank you for the $2 super chat. But Misa, what should we either talk about before we end the stream, or what do you want to do before we end the stream?
Soul Hackers 2.
Oh, you know what? I should actually, because we talked about this for like 60 seconds before it started. So, you're not super sold on it. Is it more of this, are you on the style camp? Are you wanting to see more of the gameplay? Like, where are you feeling apprehensive right now?
Okay, when first Soul Hackers 2 trailer come out, I just feel like it just didn't catch me. I'm like, oh, it's Soul Hackers 2, but I'm not like, oh, Soul Hackers 2, oh my god. It's just that it looks different. I mean, it looks very anime, but I mean, Persona looks anime, so like, I mean, the times is changing. I mean, and the style has to, change a little bit. I'm just like not really hyped about it because I don't know. I'm being an elite.
What do you think would make you hype about this? With the like, obviously the art style's not going to change, but like, what are things that they could show or introduce to this game that would make you more excited than you are right now?
Okay, because I'm a lore person, so if they want to win me over, they have to like, make the story like really good, or like maybe hint some old Soul Hackers people, like bring out what's his name, Six or Spooky's back, because I don't know, like, I mean, if they did do that, like, mention like the old timers, like the old characters, like in some way, then I'll be like really happy. But if it's just, I mean, if there's like a new game, like, like it's not a sequel, then whatever,
I had what did I have happen? I had a friend who was like, and actually it might have been an SMTN person on Discord, but I thought you would appreciate this. They were like, who could technically appear in Soul Hackers 2 and it would canonically make sense, and I thought you would love this, is if they wanted to be really stupid regarding timelines, they should just have Raito from the ending of Nocturne just somehow still alive, and he's just like, I'm just here now for no reason. And they'd be like, you know what? With his reason for being in Nocturne, I would take it. It would be so dumb, but he's like, I guess we just teleported here now. Now we're in like the distant future.
I mean, that could happen in maybe a DLC, but I would rather like the previous protagonist of Soul Hackers be like more of like a DLC boss or something.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not expecting any of the like past Devil Survivors. Sorry, Devil Survivors. I'm not expecting any of the past Devil Summoners to be a pivotal plot point of the story. But my thing with it, I think, is like if I was in charge, I feel like this would be the obvious thing to do. You just make DLCs based off all three games. One for Raito, one for Soul Hackers 1, and then one for Devil Summoner 1. Like, if you just incorporated all three of them, whether they be like side missions or optional boss fights, it just seems way, way, way too easy. Because even though this isn't called Devil Summoner, it still is intrinsically tied to that first world. Like, there's so many callbacks. But
I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just that it's a little bit too much, but...
well, and that's why I say, like, I think in terms of in the game story, they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But, like, in a world where, like, Demi-Fiend is DLC for SMT5, it would be stuff like that. Of, like, who's someone you would want to fight up against? Like, obviously, if it was part... Like, if we... Like, we don't want to be cringy and have, like, the world be, alright, like, the final boss of this game is, Raito Kuzunoha, the 300th or something.
No
like,
way, no way.
That would be, like,
That's
actively too much.
Exactly. Like the second when they mentioned Kuzunoha, Yatagarasu, and Phantom Society in Soul Hackers 2, I'm like, oh my god, is this the sequel, like actual continuation, like 20 years after or something? Like we don't know because I think like they say that it's like a reboot or something. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing.
So
They're treating it like how modern movies are reboots, where you like it's like Star Wars Episode 7 or something like that, where it's like you don't need to have seen Soul Hackers 1 to play Soul Hackers 2, but
exactly, yeah.
if you have, you'll notice all these little things, like Madigan in the chat, like how Victor is there, and like how there's Mary, like a Mary costume, and like other things like
Yeah.
that. Like there's gonna be tons of callbacks. Like straight up, Spooky will be in this game. Like as probably just Spooky. Like the entire crew from the first game, I would not be surprised if there's like an Easter egg moment with all of them somewhere, because it's like they very clearly said this is the same world the first Soul Hackers took place in. It's just much more in the
Yep.
future.
Exactly. Look, now you got me excited for the game. I hate you.
Yeah, and that was my whole point. That at the end of this trailer, I told Atlas, I slipped him a $20 bill today, and I said, "Guys, tomorrow is Misa's birthday. We need you to put her OC, we need you to put her OC into Soul Hackers 2 as a main character. How's it going to work?"
No, it's a DLC.
It would be like but then if your OC's in the game, who voices your OC? Do you do the ego thing? Do you voice them, or who would you cast to voice your OC?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not really good at English voice actor, but maybe like someone who has a deep, stern voice, kind of women. I don't know.
And then who would be the JP voice for your OC? Would that be an easier one for you to cast?
Yeah, like Nana Mizuki.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can't really think of an English equivalent off the top of my head right away, at least. I gotta say though, I really hope, considering I know that this game's voice acting is still being worked on and stuff, and we know this one's gonna have a dub. I hope we hear the dub sooner than 2 months before release, because I'm kind of worried we're gonna have to wait till June at this point.
Oh, I hope so. You know what? I don't. I think people will like disagree with me, but I love English dubs. Like I'm obsessed with English dubs.
I don't
Ever
think you'll get a
since
lot of
SMT.
pushback on that here. Most people who like, at least a lot. I feel like a lot of like-minded people in our community are very dub before sub.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like the whole JP dub, you know, but for me as a Japanese person, I mean, a Japanese Chinese person, I was
Rub it
more
in. Must be nice.
like maybe I'm just tired of hearing it in Japanese. Maybe I want to change of pace.
You're
Maybe
around
I
it. You're
wanna-
around it a lot more than me, though. To be fair. What's the all right? Here, how about
Exactly.
this? What's a game that you love English dub, but you will be like, I love you English dub. I'm gonna have to go with another language, because actually tomorrow is a release I'm gonna do that with.
Like what game did you say?
There's a game that comes out tomorrow. I want you to guess. It's a game that has an English dub, but I will force myself to play it in Japanese.
I don't know, Dynasty Warriors.
Ooh, that is close. Although Dynasty Warriors gets a weird one. Dynasty Warriors gets a Mandarin only, but then I don't know if I ever complained to you about this. They gave a Chinese dub for Dynasty Warriors 9, but they didn't do it for Empires. They cheaped out, which really, really sucked, because the Chinese dub in Dynasty Warriors 9 was like the best part about that whole voice acting.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't maintain the Chinese stuff for Dynasty Warriors. But anyways,
But no, so
Yeah,
the thing that it is Ghostwire Tokyo.
oh yeah, that game looks pretty. Like oh my god, but I can't play it because it's first person.
That's the only reason? It's just because it's first person?
Yeah, because I get motion sickness when I play first person. So,
okay.
yeah.
So do you get sick watching people play it, though? Or would it just be you playing it?
Both.
Okay, because like I was gonna like honestly, I keep trying to recommend that game to people because also shout out to someone who guessed Kirby was my game I'm playing with the Japanese dub. I would love it if there's a Japanese dub for Kirby. But yeah, like so the thing about Ghostwire that I've been trying to recommend to people a lot is like it's such a really interesting take on Japanese mythology that normally is kind of only in RPGs. Like we don't normally get a lot of like open world big Japanese action games that are like trying to do Japanese mythology and it's not just a horror game, you know?
It's like Japanese mythology slash cyberpunk slash action kind of game. I mean, it looks cool. It looks super cool.
Like
I love that
honestly
game,
though,
it's just that
like
I can't play it.
it's really funny. Like the reason I'm doing the Japanese dub isn't even just the fact that it takes place in Japan. Like I've seen little bits of it, but everyone I know who's been playing the game so far, apparently the English dub is absolutely terrible. Like not even laughably bad, it's just absolutely terrible.
Really? I have to see it for myself.
Yeah, like, so what the weird one is, like, and I don't blame them for this, because this one's always hard, and I think actually SMT5 did a good job at nailing this, was the characters are fine, but where the localization gets really bad is they dubbed over the Japanese yokai and the demons and stuff. And then the English voice actors who do the like the yokai and the different spirits are all terrible, and they all have really bad sound effects, and they're nothing like their original version. So it was like, man, that really sucks, because like I saw a comparison, and it was like, yeah, like you can tell that like whoever dubbed this in English did not get as much time or love and put into this as the Japanese one did, because the Japanese one is just miles better, and I'm normally someone who prefers English in almost all circumstances.
Maybe the company was like didn't expect people to buy it in English or play it in English because it's a game based on Japan, you know, so you have to play it in Japanese. But
It's hard to say, because the company who made it, like Tango Gameworks, like I think Evil Within has a great English dub. It's really cheesy, but it's still a good English dub.
yeah.
But yeah, like, well, so
Maybe it's
what's
just
one for
different
you
what they
though, where you will like be like, okay, I've got to play this in not English. Like, what's the last game you didn't play with an English dub, even though it had one?
Dynasty Warriors 9.
Well, okay, so wait, so in OG Dynasty Warriors 9, which one did you play it in? Japanese or Chinese? Okay. So
because I don't think like the Mandarin version like came out after like a few weeks after release, so I had to like play it in Japanese. Like there is
okay.
English, yeah, there was English, but I'm like,
the English in 9 is they found a way to bring back voice acting for Dynasty Warriors and just make it bad, unfortunately.
I don't know. Like the previous game, it's fine, but Dynasty Warriors 9 is just it's just something. Like, look, I love English dub.
Well,
This is
literally
weird.
the team who did the English dub for 9 they were literally all like first timers from a first company. Like it was the cheapest way you could do an English dub. Like they got a new startup company. They had pretty much all non-union voice actors. It was a lot of first-time people just coming in doing multiple roles. So it's not that surprising, but yeah, that's like one that like really sucked, because like if you remember before 9, we hadn't had an English dub for Dynasty Warriors or anything since 8. Like there was no dub for all of those games, including Warriors Orochi 3, Samurai Warriors 4, all the spin-offs and stuff. None of those were dubbed for like years and years and years.
I don't remember because I remember playing Dynasty Warriors 8 in English.
Well, no,
but
that's
not
why I was saying
8.
Dynasty Warriors 8 was the last one we had in English before 9. So all of those games
Yeah.
that came in between were all Japanese only.
Yep. So I hope that Soul Hackers has good English stuff. Like they better, please.
Now we need everyone in chat to think really hard. Look at the cast, and I want y'all to think who is Sean going to play? Because my gut tells me he's going to be the Iron Masked guy. I don't know why, but I get
Like Sean, like Mr. Chris Denny.
yes, because I'm like, he's got to be in this game somewhere. I can't imagine that they would just give him Koshimizu and Bale. So I'm like, he's got to be someone in here, and I'm like, I feel like he might be a good antagonist, like a full game antagonist with Mr. Iron Mask.
I hope so, but when I look at what's her name, Milady, I hope that Tara Platt would voice her because she looks like the Mitsuru kind of voice.
That's interesting, man. Tara Platt hasn't been in an Atlas game in forever. You know who I was actually just thinking of like, I miss her in Atlas games mostly due to how much she's in Arena. I really miss Laura Bailey doing like anime stuff.
Laura Bailey?
Yeah, Laura Bailey hasn't done a lot of weeb stuff in a while. She's like really popular and famous now.
Wait, she did what's his name? Rise?
Yeah.
Did she? Rise and Catherine, right?
Oh yeah, she was also in Catherine. I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I know Yuri Lowenthal feels right to return. I hope so, Yuri Lowenthal.
Listen, Yuri Lowenthal, I love him. He will do anything. So when I see him not in Atlas games for a long time, I think that's just them being like, hey, he was in a lot of our games for a while. Which, to be fair, like he went from the protagonist to Persona 3 to the main like friend in Persona 4, and then in Catherine. So like him not being in P5, I was like, that's fine. He's been in a lot of games because like you got to think he was also in every Persona 3 or 4 spinoff.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you're correct. It is time to bring Yuri Lowenthal back. He's been gone too long.
But I also hope that they bring the SMT5 voice actor back in Soul Hackers too. You know, like, what's his name? The voice actor for... No, not Casey. Tao's voice actor.
Oh!
She's great, yeah.
I almost said Ashley, but Ashley was... the little sister. Oh, why am I forgetting Tao's voice actor?
I mean, she could be good as Ringo.
I'm literally remembering everybody besides her. I gotta say though, I'm really interested to see who voices Ringo. Ringo will be an interesting one because the Japanese performance is a really interesting tone between handles serious and lighthearted on like a moment's edge. So like I feel like. Thank God that, like, oh yeah, here's the one I'm curious how you feel. How do you feel about this game not having a silent protagonist? I'm so glad that Ringo is the protagonist and talks.
I do not mind personally because we do have a lot of protagonists that talk before, like Catherine. But
true, but not like for the RPGs. The RPGs are always, I'm gonna do, ha, hit, a lot.
I mean, it's a new change of pace. I mean, I don't mind this actually, to be honest. But I really like Ringo though. Like, damn.
You know what we should do just to like really mess with people? We'll get the lady who voice acted Malin from Turning Red. She'll be Ringo, just to really like freak everybody out.
Malin? Oh, I don't know if she's like into game industry. Does she have voice acting game?
I don't know what else she's done actually. But hey, if you see Turning Red, I thought she did a very good job as an 8th grader. So why not bring that energy to Soul Hackers too? Who cares?
Initiating soul hacking. Okay, that was cringe, but yeah.
Is this how you tell us that you're actually Ringo in Soul Hackers 2?
No, okay, that was like kind of cringe. I think she'll be like, "Oh, initiating soul hacking." I don't know. I'm bad.
No, I feel like that would be Fig. I think Fig is going to be the one who's definitely more like, I'm sassy, but I'm very sterile.
Yes, I hope that the English dub like keeps like her tone and personality, like because it's gonna sound different in Japanese. Like she sounds really confident and sassy in Japanese, and then in English she just sounds confident, but the sassy is just gone. Ooh. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I do. But DHI Hollow brings up a really great point that I totally didn't think about. When I was like saying, "Oh, hey, the cast of the original Soul Hackers, like they've got to come back in some kind of Easter egg way," I forgot that entire game was voice acted on the 3DS, and we have an entire English cast. So I really hope if they are in the game, please don't recast anybody. That would really suck if they were.
I mean, if they bring back the old voice actors, it's fine. But if they like recast like into new people, I wouldn't mind too because, hey, you gotta give new people the chance to, you know.
I think
that.
I think for main roles I get it, but when it's like a cameo, when you change the voice, I'm like, I don't know why. Like when they changed Goto's voice for Nocturne HD, I was like, you didn't need to do that.
You know what? Speaking speaking of Soul Hackers, when Raito um, came out in Soul Hackers as the DLC boss and he talks in English, I was like, what? It was so surprising. I didn't expect his voice to be super deep in the English dub.
Mm-hmm.
It just I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it doesn't fit like a 17-year-old boy. it's it's weird.
No,
But
yeah,
yeah.
Well, yeah, they're both kind of weird. Like, I actually feel that way about the Japanese version of Nahabino. Like, have you heard the Japanese version of Nahabino compared to Casey?
Yeah, I like Casey's one better.
Like, honestly, yeah, like, Casey's seems way more realistic for a high schooler, because the Japanese one is so deep-voiced. I'm like, who are you reading for? Like, all of their, like, spells try and make them sound so scary.
I mean, see, that's the thing here. Like they like Japanese and English dub, they have their own spin and twist to it. That's what makes Japanese and English dub is like a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Their personality like change depends on the voice. So yeah, I hope that Soul Hackers to English dub doesn't ruin that.
No, I have faith in whether it be PCB again, or
Same.
I feel like it's going to be Cup of Tea just because PCB's been so busy. Do you know what PCB, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know, has pretty much done every Persona game since Persona 2 all the way up to P5S. And then Cup of Tea's done the last two big Atlas ones with Nocturne HD and SMT5. Do you know what the last game that just came out was that PCB did?
What?
PCB, I love how I didn't know about this, and if I did, I feel like I would have congratulated them way sooner. They are the ones who are behind the definitely not bad voice acting in Stranger of Paradise, that new Final Fantasy Chaos game.
Oh, I saw that, but I never really looked into it. How was the voice acting? Is it great? It
I
looks
am
fine
playing through
though.
the game. It is amazing. Like, you could tell they knew what it was supposed to be. It's like it is insane. Like, honestly, it feels like a fever dream. It like is if it wasn't like for how serious they take it, it would be terrible. But because like they commit to it, it's like the most intentionally funny thing I have played in years. It is honestly like one of my favorite Koei Tecmo games I've played in a very long time, even though it has so many problems. Like, I really love it.
Wait, it was Koei Tecmo?
It was Koei, dude. Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people really know it, but yeah, it was made by the Neo team. So Team Ninja was hired by Square to do it. So after Neo 2, they've been making this for like 2+ years.
Oh. Okay, I might look into it.
Like just think about it. This is how crazy it is. Characters made by Tetsuya Nomura. The story is written by the guy who does the novelizations of Kingdom Hearts. And then all of the game development is by Koei Tecmo. But then we'll just have Square Enix publish it, and it's like the most insane
Man.
the most insane thing. I will say though, if you have a PS4 still near you, there's a demo that literally is just the entire opening of the game for like the first few couple of minutes, and it all transfers over. That's if you know if you will like it or not, that demo will tell you.
I might try. I mean, I don't have a PS4 with me now. That's why I'm kind of like, when Soul Hackers 2 come on PS4, I'm kind of like, oh shit, I don't have a PS4. But I think they came out on Steam, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Steam, so you can try and you know what? That's why they made the cutscenes in 30 FPS, because they knew you didn't have your PS4 anymore, and they were like, I don't know what we're like, we don't know what rig Misa's got. It's probably not a 3090, so we better like crank these graphics down.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's on Steam, but at the same time, if it's on Steam, people are going to mod the shit out of the game.
What's the first Soul Hackers 2 mod Twitter's gonna post? That's the real question.
Ringo with RGB lights on her jacket.
I like you went to lights and not like horrendously big boobs. Like, that was my first get, was just turn everyone... Like, because I remember the first mod I saw when Final Fantasy VII Remake went to Epic Game Store. It was like, how could we make Tifa's boobs bigger?
My God, but listen, like I didn't. I didn't hope that Ringo has a big boost or anything, because the one that caught my attention for Ringo is her jacket and her hair. So I thought, like, oh, maybe it would be good to, like, if she has the RGB lights on her jacket.
I mean,
and hair.
I'm gonna be real. I feel like because of how technicolored and bright and flashy this game is, I would kind of be disappointed if you can't change the color in game, because I feel like that would be really easy just to like change what her primary color is in her jacket.
You mean like a palette swap or something?
I mean, not even like a palette swap, but just because like how like like how her jacket and her green kind of like feels like a primary color almost, of like, I feel like that would be something pretty easy just to like change in like a settings menu with like a color slider.
Maybe, but we don't know if they have that. So yeah.
Day 1 DLC in the West only. You can make Ringo red, because in the West they don't really think of green for apples, so they're like, here you go, guys, you get red Ringo DLC. Day 1 pre-order bonus.
I just realized that they had DLC for the Persona 5 outfit.
How do you feel about your least favorite soul hackers getting the Akechi costume?
Nothing wrong with it, but I hope that they would include, like, like maybe a Nemisa DLC outfit for Ringo or something. I mean it would be a nice homage
I feel
to
like
the old game.
it would be so weird if Nemiso isn't somewhere in this game. Which, by the way, little fun trivia, while I was looking this up, I don't know if this was serendipitous or what, I had totally forgot who was the English voice actor for Nemisa, and it was Laura Bailey.
Laura Bailey.
So she could come back. That would be a cool thing to get Laura Bailey to come back for, because Laura Bailey hasn't been in an Atlas game. Oh man, I don't even remember, because remember, she didn't get to come back for Risei in Dancing All Night, which was supposed to be her final performance. So it's actually been a really long time since they got her.
But if they do bring Laura Bailey back into Soul Hackers 2, she's gonna voice Ringo. Like, hands down, she's gonna voice Ringo, because it just suits her character so much.
Yeah, I can get that for sure. By the way, I don't know how I didn't bring this up. You know who Tara Platt's married to, right?
What's his name?
You're gonna be really mad at yourself.
What's his name? You know what? Just tell me.
It's Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, wait, she's married to Yuri.
She's married to Yuri Lowenthal, which, by the way, makes interviewing both of them very easy.
I know that what's her name? Laura Bailey is married to
Travis Willingham, I think.
The guy who voiced the what's his name? Jonathan and Catherine. I forgot.
I think it's Travis.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not good at remembering English VA names, so. But yeah, they're all married.
They're all like married to each other, which I always found was like very weird. Like half the cast of like Catherine's main voice actors were all like dating or married at the time. I was right, yeah. Laura Bailey is married to Travis Willingham. Otherwise known for Goofy Theo.
What?
Yeah, so remember when like they changed Theo's English voice actor in Ultimax, and he sounded a little goofier, like for the rest of the series? Like, he was very serious and stern, and then they started making him act goofier in like the spin-offs. That's Travis.
Oh, in Ultimax? Sorry, I play Ultimax in Japanese.
No, yeah, so Travis is Theo in Ultimax, the dancing games, and Persona Q.
What happened to the old Theo voice actor?
I think he just got recast, because if you remember during Ultimax, that was when a lot of people got recast. Like, Igor got recasted, Margaret got recasted, Naoto got recasted. There was a lot of people who got recasted by people who were working on the dub. Like, straight up, the voice director replaced Naoto.
Oof.
So I think it was a lot of things of maybe schedules just didn't line up on top of, hey, I'm just here, let's just do this, you know?
Yeah, could be. You're telling me Makoto and Liz are married and Kotono and Tio are married? Yes, they're married.
See, like, then, like, the funny ones are, like, then the weird ones of, like, where you're married, but you don't have the relationship role with each other. So, like, Tara Platt and Yuri are in Spider-Man, but she's not Mary Jane. She's, like, ironically, she's Yuri. Tara's a named character, Yuri, who's, the cop in New York.
That has nothing to do, like, in a relationship with Spider-Man or anything.
Well, hey, not yet. You
It
never
must
know.
be so awkward when they dub Catherine.
I gotta imagine so, yeah. But like that was also like the last time a lot of them were. Because I remember people were like, "Oh, hey, it's crazy." Well, I mean, to be fair, that was also back when no one thought it was a big deal that like Troy Baker was in stuff, just because Troy Baker was like in everything. Like I think when Catherine came out, people were like, "Oh, cool, it's Troy Baker," but no one knew Troy Baker was Troy Baker when like P4 came out. Like no one was like, "Oh my god, I know the guy." Like maybe like one or two people were like, "Oh my god, Kanji's the guy from Tales of Vesperia." Like there's probably not that many people like that.
Yeah. I only know Troy Baker because he's voices Kanji.
But you know who now voices Kanji?
Who?
You know who he also got
Troy
replaced? No.
Oh wait, he got replaced?
Yeah, he got replaced. Technically first in Ultimax as a game, but second, it was actually first replaced in the Persona 4 anime second season.
Bro, why are they replacing all these?
Dude, this was like 8 years ago. Where have you been? Yeah, Matthew Mercer replaced Troy Baker.
Oh, okay. Matthew Mercer is not bad actually.
No, Matthew. I mean, to be fair though, because I talked to Matthew actually the year this happened. Like literally that year when Troy Baker blew up, mostly because of like stuff like BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like Troy Baker was so in demand that they were just hiring people to sound like Troy Baker, and that's why Matthew Mercer got really, really popular. Which is funny because I would actually say now Matthew Mercer is probably way more famous than Troy Baker is.
Yeah, Matthew Mercer is not bad. I like him. His
Well,
voice.
he's got very good range. Plus, he's got all of that D&D money.
Oh yeah, he does. He did that D&D stream too in Twitch, right?
Well, yeah, because he's got Critical Role, which a bunch of the other voice acting people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Laura, Travis. I think Ashley Johnson still does. I actually don't like watch too much of that for it, but yeah, a lot of stuff for that. Misa, we've been talking for 47 minutes about a 60-second trailer, and somehow we've not.
Oh my God.
We've been gaining people watching us live. So everybody, thanks for watching this live. We should probably wrap up. But before we wrap up, everybody in chat, if you want to like say something really nice to the birthday girl, Misa is. What you're 16 today? It's your 16th birthday?
Wait, what? I'm not 60. I'm like 28.
No,
okay?
you're modest. You're 18 today. She's 18 years old. She's gonna get her first beer.
Yeah.
What was
But
your?
you know what's
Oh, yeah,
like
what?
today, like my friend got me a Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, oh my god.
What? You for real got a Switch today?
Yeah, he just bought me a Nintendo Switch. Like,
You should have
like,
said, "Shut up, Spencer. I've got a Switch. I can't be talking about games like that." What? Okay, well, first off, man, that's a hell of a good birthday gift. Number two, what kind of Switch did you get?
The version 2 OLED. I heard people say it's bad because it's gonna have like screen burn.
Oh
know,
no, it's fine. But no, I meant like color.
Oh, I mean it's the normal color.
Okay, what Joy-Cons did you get?
Joy-Cons, like it's just the normal Joy-Cons. Like,
Well, you see, you say normal, but then
Switch.
it's like it could be black, it could be white, it could be red and blue.
It's the red blue. Wait, I mean it's the default, right? Red blue.
Well, see, everyone says red and blue is the default, but I've never owned red and blue. I always got gray or black as the default because I'm boring.
No, I think that's like a special edition or something. I don't know nothing about Switch.
Well, you were waiting for the SMT5 Switch Special Edition that never came out. Sadly, that's why.
Oh, I think by the time, like, now that I got a Switch, I don't think I'll play SMT5 anymore. I'll just play,
I mean,
I don't
to
know,
be
some.
fair, like you've also got 5 years worth of games to play.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just probably play, like, I don't know, No More Heroes 3 or Astral Chain or something. Anything that's better than SMT5, like,
Dude, I
I don't want
just
to.
got Astral Chain. I found it in a Walmart, like randomly. I was about to buy it 2 weeks ago at full price. And then after years of being stuck on the shelf there, they clearanced it to $21. Brand new.
Are you for real?
For
Like,
and
what?
to make it even crazier, this week I went back because I was weirdly in a Pokemon mood recently. I was like, man, I should have bought Pokken Tournament back in the day because I never see Pokken Tournament. Like, you know, remember that like Pokemon Tekken game? Like I
Yeah,
was like,
Pokken.
ugh, I never. I had it on the Wii U, but like, I always wanted to get the Switch version, but I was like, I just didn't want to buy it at full price, and now I never see it anywhere because it was like a launch year game. That same Walmart somehow found 2 copies of Pokken in the year 2022, and they were also clearance to like $21.
Oh my god. You know, Spencer, you gotta buy me some games over there, Millie.
Well, I have a hunch that my clearance section is probably a lot cheaper than however much games cost for you over there.
Yeah, I mean, it costs kind of a lot because, you know, I don't know, like, prices are getting up, so.
Well, either way, you can now be there and celebrate the launch of Bayonetta 3 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with us this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how can I forget about Bayonetta?
I mean, I figured that's what you were leading up to when you said Xenoblade Chronicles. Sorry, not Xenoblade Chronicles, Astral Chain.
Yeah, I just want to play, like, all the JRPG offline games on Switch. I mean, my friends asked me to play Monster Hunter Rise, but I'm like, ugh. I mean, what's the new DLC that's coming out? Sunbreak?
Yeah, Sunbreak.
I don't know.
Sunbreak looks cool.
Yeah. I'm like, I might get Monster Hunter.
You know what you should do just to piss him off? You should get Monster Hunter Stories too. Be like, what? You told me to get Monster Hunter. I got the RPG one.
Wait, is Stories actually good?
Stories is very good. So I'm surprised how good Stories is. I think Stories also has a demo. There's a lot of stuff to recommend you now. By the way, what do you own? What do you actually have as a game?
I have nothing.
Well, we're gonna have to get you Mario Kart because everyone owns a copy of Mario Kart.
All right, you know, I'm just gonna leave my friend code here so you can, you know, give me some games, like send me some codes, like, you know, that's a birthday present. I'm joking.
Misa, where can people find you online? A, to send you Switch recommendations, and then B, to see your art and stuff.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm mostly active on Twitter, which is meow art. I'll link here.
I just realized something really cursed. We should get you Dead by Daylight to play on Switch.
Oh, please.
Have you seen the Switch version of Dead by Daylight?
I have not seen, but
it is. Let me tell you, if you've ever wanted to see James Marsden really chunky,
I do not mind. Like, send me Dead by Daylight Switch version. I do not. I just want to play Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, as a fellow Silent Hill 2 fan, did you know that Konami released a version in Japan? I might be in other Asian countries, but they released a Silent Hill themed version of Dead by Daylight that just has like the Pyramid Head and James on the cover.
Oh, you mean the whole DLC?
Yeah, so like, but like,
yeah.
they basically bundled it in together so that if you bought it, it came with the Silent Hill DLC on it, but it has like special cover art that was only for that physical release.
I did not buy the bundle, but because I think like the bundle's like what, $60 or something. I don't know.
It's all
like,
expensive. It's all perfectly legal.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I don't mind if somebody give it to me, like give birthday gift.
Yeah, today I'm gonna have to break your heart and tell you there is no gifting option on Switch, but I mean that's what PayPal and email and DMs are for. They can just give you the really long Switch codes that way.
Oh, did not have gifting. Oh, that's too bad.
Misa, this system's been out for over 5 years. They just now got folders. Give them time. Nintendo's going at their own pace.
Bruh. But yeah. But thanks for having me in the stream. I had fun.
Just think how much longer this would have been if this wasn't just two of us. We made an hour worth of content for a 60-minute trailer.
I'm sorry we didn't talk about Soul Hackers a lot.
I feel like we did. We talked about the dub. We talked about the connection. We went into it. We talked about Era's drip. We covered a lot of topics.
Yeah. And we talk about Dynasty Wars as well, which is not related to Soul Hackers at all. But
you know what? My audience knows. You just go in, just sit down, and just hope that the stream doesn't die. That's all you have to ask for. So, everybody watching live, thanks a bunch. Go check out I'll put the links and everything for where to find Misa and stuff in the description as well. But have a good one, everybody, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us.